It's 12 noon, and this is City Line. Hi, I'm Jackie Hall.
And I'm B.T. Bentley. Today we're bringing in the new year with a special edition, City Line's Talent Showcase.
We'll introduce you to some of Baltimore's rising stars, people to look out for in 1986.
We have local musicians, singers, artists, and comedians.
It's a Baltimore talent extravaganza right here on City Line. This is our last show of the old year.
Old year, that's right.
And of course, we're looking forward to the new year.
Good things. Good things.
And as usual, we always bring members of our family home. T. Montier and Harold Anthony.
Yay!
Yay!
Make you guys do some real work today.
In living color.
Oh, yes. Oh,
We're
yes.
in good company.
What y'all got planned for the new year?
A lot of good things.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to doing some bigger and better newscasts and perhaps doing something with the news on a national level.
Fantastic. How about you, Harold?
Well, the music industry is constantly changing, and you know, with the Senate hearings against obscenities and all sorts of undesirable material in music, there's been an upsurge now in people helping people in the music industry, and now we're going to see a lot more things like what Dionne Warwick is doing with the AIDS research and the Farm Aid, Live Aid, Band Aid, and it's going to be all sorts of things. And I think 1986 will see a tremendous surge toward the positive side on the
Will
music
you be
industry.
testifying on the Hill for any major bills?
Well, it depends. My expertise in that area is very limited. I mean, because the artists, they go all around the world, all across the country, and it's just a united effort, and I'm real happy to be a part of it.
Oh, great. Well, we've got some great talent here with us today, and we're going to share some of it with you. Right now, we want to bring you some music, and it's from a group right here out of Baltimore, out of Morgan State University. The group's called Sides.
Across the seas they came, across the mountains and plains. I saw a people of a different face. People are coming to tear up my place. Why did they kill for my toys? Why did they cause the tribal wars? Why did they kill for my toys? Why did they cause the tribal wars? Diamonds are the reasons why. Diamonds are the reasons for my pride. Diamonds are the reasons why. Diamonds are the reasons for my pride. Material pleasure, rip my land of its beauty and cause my people to forget tribal duties, yeah. Who decided what they are worth? Much more than money. People of those foreign countries, they come here and speak so funny, yeah. Diamonds are the reasons why. Diamonds are the reasons for my cry. Diamonds are the reasons why. Diamonds are the reasons for my pride. I see people wearing them for style. I see people wearing them for glamour. People Preparing them, forgetting how many of the brothers that were killed, and also how many of their blood that was spilled. But it's Jah, the one most high, who shall pass judgment upon. For the wicked shall suffer, and the poor shall prosper, and all Jah's children shall be fed. Ooh yeah, those things people treasure, those things of material pleasure, wreck my land of its beauty and cause my people to forget tribal duties. Yeah, who decided what they were? Much more than money. People of those foreign countries, they come here and speak so funny. Yeah, diamonds are the reasons why. Diamonds are the reasons for my pride. Diamonds are the reasons why. Diamonds are the reasons for my pride. Diamonds are the
And to talk briefly about the group is Leroy Vaughn. And Leroy, I understand that you are the founder of the group.
Right, I am.
Basically, briefly introduce us to the members.
Okay, on the far right we have Stephen Gums, keyboards, saxophonist Hassan Sabri, bassist Alex Haynes, rhythm guitarist Simeon Thompson, lead guitarist William Peters, percussionist Stephen Simmons, and of course myself, Leroy Vaughn.
Very good. Our City Line Talent Scouts were out in the community, and we picked you as one of the groups, as one of the promising talents to look forward to in 1986. Come on, step on out here for 1 second. Your music is reggae, but it also carries a message.
Right.
Who wrote the music, and how did the group come about?
Okay, the group basically came about because of me. When I got to Morgan from overseas, you know, I met most of the guys, really. The first guy I met is the bassist, and we formed the group together. And then I met Steve Simmons, who actually wrote the song, and I wrote the music, but everybody had their input into it.
I understand something very unique about this group. You play excellent music, but you are also all Morgan students, and more than that, you're honor students.
Right.
Is that a coincidence?
Well, I don't think so, because we emphasize, you know, academics. That's one of the strong background bases of the group, you know, that we emphasize our education, because that's our primary reason for being there.
Your music carries a message. Will you, is that your trademark, will you continue to carry messages in your music?
Right, that's the primary purpose.
And how did you select, you're talking about diamonds in this particular record,
Right.
which is, we're talking about the South Africa situation.
Right.
And of course, South Africa's economy is heavily based on its diamond mines. Can we expect more of this kind of music in the future?
Yes, on our forthcoming album, there will be a few other songs that are along the same vein. You know.
Excellent. Well, we wish you much success. And for our folks in the community, you can be looking forward to Diamonds and Sides as one of the promising groups in 1986 to look forward to. Thank you very much. Thank you to the group. We'll have more of City Line after these messages.
Ooh, yeah, those things people treasure, those things of material.
Well, welcome back to City Line's Talent Showcase 85, where we highlight and showcase talent
For 86. We'll get it straight.
Very, very clear. Well, it's my pleasure to introduce to you none other than the one and only Eddie Murphy. Yay!
Thank you. Thank you. Eddie Murphy. Psych, not real. For real, I'm not Eddie Murphy, man. I'm not Eddie Murphy. But I got something to tell you. I am the man who does the commercials for cookies. That's me.
And you always end them by saying,
Here I am. Make me look good. Always out like that.
now look, you look like Eddie Murphy and you sound like Eddie Murphy. Are you
must be
sure
Eddie
you're
Murphy.
not Eddie Murphy?
I don't think I'm Eddie Murphy. Last time no, I'm not Eddie Murphy. My name is Chuck Jeffries, and I do those spots. And the look is natural. No plastic surgery. The gap is real. Everything is real. Yeah.
How did you get into this? I mean, did somebody just say, hey, you look like Eddie Murphy?
Basically, yes, it was a joke. I was with a breakdance group called the Mighty Popalots, and I used to come out and do a routine with them called Buckwheat's Breaking, where I would come out with the wig and say a few lines, hey man, the buckwheat breaking. And I'd get on the floor and spin around and do all this stuff, and the wig would fly off. It was pretty funny. And we were in the studio, we cut a record, which you probably haven't heard. But we cut a record, we were in the studio, and the producer came through, and I was acting crazy. as usual, and he said, hey, have you ever tried to do Eddie Murphy's voice, you know? And I said, not really. So he said, let's try to make a commercial. You know, he had some stores called Discount Mart. Shouldn't say that again.
No, you shouldn't
It's okay.
say that.
He had some stores, and I did a commercial for the stores, and it went real big in D.C., and then we hooked up with the people at the other store.
Now, and we know that history. Now tell me, what was the first thing that you did to kind of mimic Eddie Murphy? Obviously, you didn't have to deal with the look because you already had that naturally.
Yeah. First thing that I did.
Come on, we want a routine here.
A routine. Well, some of the stuff when I used to go out, people used to always say, "You funny, man. Do Aunt Bunny, do Uncle Gus, do this, do that." And so people would say a certain part of an act that he would do, and I would imitate that. Anybody else that want anything in particular?
What do you think Eddie Murphy would say if you?
What's that? Ice cream. I can't stand up. I had some ice cream. I had some ice cream. You want to have some of my ice cream? Fight.
What do you think Eddie Murphy would say to you if he came here now on City Line and saw you and heard you doing an imitation of him?
My lawyers will see you tomorrow. I'm suing you. No, I don't know. I don't know. We've come close to meeting a couple of times. I was supposed to do a live radio thing with him when he was at Constitution Hall in D.C., but he showed up a little late for the show and we couldn't do it. And then when he could do it, I had to leave. And so it was one of those deals where it's like he actually turned down Eddie Murphy, but and we didn't get to meet that time. But he knows I'm here.
You study him much? I mean, do you make a point of watching him as
No,
routines?
not really. No. I make it a point not to watch him because then if I really watch him a lot, then I won't be able to. If I imitate him, I wouldn't be able to do it because I watched him.
It's more spontaneous.
Yeah, it's a spontaneous type thing. I think that's how the commercials really go over good because it's more of a natural thing. It's not like, I'm not Eddie Murphy, man. I'm not Eddie Murphy, but I'm trying to do his voice. Y'all check it out. Ha, ha, he. It's not like that. It's natural.
But your forte is comedy, right?
Yes, I'm definitely. Yeah.
Chuck Jeffries, pleasure meeting you. Now, before you go, you've got to say that line one more time.
One more time. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Here I am. Make me look good.
Thanks a lot, Chuck. Well, the City Line Showcase 85 continues. And right now, Harold Anthony's got the next act ready for you. Harold?
Thank you, BT. I tell you, I'm having a real hard time getting myself together after Mr. Chuck Jeffries, but I'm going to have to pull myself together in order to introduce you to one of the brightest stars on Baltimore's musical horizon. He's obviously a guitarist. He's a guitarist extraordinaire. His name is Mr. Eddie Feldman.
Thank you, Harold.
Thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Why don't we begin by finding out a little bit about Eddie Feldman? Where did you begin? How did you get involved with guitar?
Well, it goes back so far, it's really hard to remember what got it started. But when I think back to my childhood, which gets harder and harder to do, the guitar is always the first thing I remember. It's pretty much from the very beginning there's been a guitar in my hand for one reason or another, one time or another.
Where did you receive your training?
Really, a lot of it was self-taught. Then there were times along the way, various people, local players, and Professor Huffman at Peabody Conservatory recently. I did some work with him. But generally, it's from the heart, from the soul.
I hear that you have plans to do something nationally very soon.
Well, my managers, T.C. Tompkins and Russell Moody, my lawyer Norman Kurtz in New York, as I understand it, I stay out of it, indicate that we're pretty close to something happening. I don't want to be too specific. I wind up jinxing myself.
Well, you've already had something happen in the form of your new album, which is called Days, D-A-Z-E, and Tonight's, right? And you're going to do something for us now from that album.
I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eddie Feldman.
Thank you, Howard.
We're back with more of the City Line Showcase 85, and so far we've had some great entertainment.
This has been fantastic.
That's wonderful.
I think I'll come back next year this time.
Sounds like fun. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. What's coming up, T?
Well, Blaine, we've got some really exciting entertainment. These ladies are going to come on, they're called the Thunder Thighs Review, and they're going to make me look so thin. But actually, the two ladies are Kayla Wall and Joyce Scott, and they have some original comedy for the fullness, for the full woman.
For the full
Plump,
Yeah.
pleasingly plump.
Pleasingly plump, definitely.
That's great.
As long as I can remember, Kay was always one who was quick to the point.
Very. And she hasn't changed the tune at all.
Great. What's that? Well, blah, blah.
You'll get
What's
there,
up
BT.
with you, Howard?
Well, the BT, I have an artist coming up. He's an airbrush artist. It's a brand new technique that he's employed. It's airbrushing. It involves a compressor and air bottles and everything, and he doesn't paint in the traditional sense with a brush and everything. You'll have to see it to believe it. A lot of people around town have employed this man as far as like painting murals and signs and this, that, and the other, and I just wanted to share it with the
It is PG
Baltimore
rated,
audience.
though.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Well,
we
he
keep
can
the
make
clean
it
stuff.
PG rated.
Okay. As long as we keep the clean stuff, on the air. Jackie, you have discovered someone who already has a studio abuzz.
Well, I have not discovered her. She was discovered before I met her, which needs to be distinguished. But I met a young lady at Bradley's department store, and maybe that's a commercial, I know. But I was shopping for hose, and this young lady whose voice is booming decided to audition for me in the aisles of Bradley's. And I'll tell you, I was in tears when she finished. She's just that beautiful. Her name is Lamonde Jacoby, and we introduce her to you now.
It won't be easy, you'll think it's strange when I try to explain how I feel, that I still need your love after all I have done. You won't believe me, all you will see is a girl you once knew, although she's dressed up to the nines, at sixes and sevens with you. I had to let it happen, I had to change, couldn't stay all my life down at Hill, looking out of the window, staying out of the sun. So I chose freedom, running around trying everything new, but nothing impressed me at all. I never expected it to. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never let you. All through my royal days, my mad at distance, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. And as for fortune, and as for fame, I never invited them in, though it seems to the world they were all I desired. They are illusions, they are not the solutions they promised to be. The answer was here all the time. I love you and hope you love me. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never let you. All through my royal days, my mad at distance, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. Have I said too much? There's nothing more I can think of to say to you. but all you had to do is look at me to know that every word is true.
Sweetie. Do you know you've had the same effect on me? I met you at Bradley's and you made me cry then, and guess what? I'm in tears. You're so beautiful. How old are you?
7 3/4.
What is 7 3/4? Well, what are you involved in now? That's a mighty adult-like song you just did for us. Where's it come from?
From my mother.
But that's a song from Evita, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And you're performing that, right?
Yes.
Where is it?
Toby's Dinner Theater.
And how long have you been performing? Do you remember? When'd you
No.
get started? About 2 years ago, a year ago?
2 years ago.
Tell me what's coming up for you. What kinds of things will you be doing in the years to come? What about in '86? Do you know?
I've been working with Cab Calloway
Uh-huh.
and
Who else? When I met you, you told me about Gary Coleman. Stephanie Mills.
yes.
That's mighty big talent. You up to the challenge?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about your next song.
Well, Somewhere's Over the Rainbow from the was. And I saw the Wiz a lot of times.
Mm-hmm. Is that one of your favorite songs?
Yes.
Okay. What school do you attend?
OLPH, My Lady of the Perpetual Help.
Okay. We're going to look forward to seeing more of Lamundi Jacoby in 1986, okay? All righty. Now we want to hear the second song that you've prepared for us today, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Okay. Lamundi.
Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. When troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney top, that's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why can't I?
We are back. We're having a great time. And without further ado, we're going to continue right on to the next act. These are two crazy young ladies. Here they are for your enjoyment, the Thunder Thigh Review.
Thunder thighs, we salute you. We pledge our voluptuous booties. Our thighs are never snooty. They rise to the occasion. Through all kinds of abrasion, you should rise to the philosophy of our thighs. The velocity of our persuasion, be you German, Nigerian, or Asian. You will bask in the afterglow, pleasures that flow from thunderous thighs. Thigh, baby, always a cry, baby. Can't pass her on the street, 'cause she's got too much meat. 'Cause that's the part that's real good and sweet.
Get off me, please. Look at her. Can I tell you something about my best friend, Kay
Come on,
Lawal?
Joyce, this is not...
My most closest friend,
We didn't practice this, Joyce. What are you
Kay
doing?
Lawal,
Joyce,
who
what are
is
you
so
doing?
sweet to me, is on the ASPCA's
Joyce, what are you
most
doing?
wanted list. I mean, if it's moving, she'll still
this.
eat it.
Joyce.
She's like a bird, a vulture.
Joyce, cut
It's
this.
very sad.
Joyce, this is ridiculous. Why are you doing this?
Well, they said we needed to pad the minutes, so I thought
Well,
I'd
why
talk
would you
about-
talk about me?
Kay, you want to talk about me, Kay?
Yes, Joyce, an artist. Joyce is just like her artwork. Mounds and mounds of a potpourri of wonder. You go in her studio and you end up saying, I wonder what in the heck this is.
Well, thank you very much, Kay. At least I do not go to parties and, like, eat and eat. I lent her a silk blouse of mine. Well, yes, I was in Taiwan. It's a beautiful blouse.
Oh, here she is.
It's
Here
it's
she
a
is,
very
Dorothy.
big blouse, you know.
Well, if it was yours, darling, it had to be.
That's true. She's laughing. It was a little tight under the sleeves for her, but she looked really good, you know. And I went to this party and I took Kay, real possibility of work. I turned my head. Kay has her hand up to the sleeve in the fishbowl.
It's a lie.
Grabbing
They
at
were
the
serving
fish.
sushi. That's a lie.
Sushi doesn't do this. It's scandalous. This girl, this person knows no ends, knows no bounds. What? Say it, Kay. What?
Tony, please.
What?
Tony, let's
Say
break it up. I've
What?
had it.
What?
Break it up. That part was not practice. She did that to me.
You like that?
I love it. This
It's
is
all
Kay
true.
Lawal.
Hi.
And this is Joyce Scott.
Hi.
And these are Thunder Thigh.
I'll tell you.
Tell us, what we saw here was just a very short synopsis of what is a 45-minute routine. Is that right?
Yeah.
What is the philosophy of Thunder Thighs, Miss Lawal?
Well, Ms. Lawal, well, we're full-figured women.
Yes.
The piece is, in fact, very therapeutic. And we thought that it would help us to either get rid of the fat or feel wonderful about who we are in the world. What do you think, Joyce?
It's more about being comfortable with yourself wherever you are. And the piece is also very much into obsession. Everybody's obsessed by something. Somebody's a workaholic, somebody's an alcoholic, somebody's a danceaholic, and we're foodaholics. And we're just, excuse me.
Who does
I'm
the
a
writing? Who does the
foodaholic.
writing
She has a
between you two
thyroid
ladies?
problem. I do the writing, and then we go into rehearsal, and Kay smooths out all the rough edges.
I clean it up.
She cleans.
Pump it with CPR,
Would
actually.
you clean it up, please? Let's talk. What I'm saying is that I'm the writer. I'm a sculptress. I'm a visual artist who wanted to see her work be more dimensional. And so for some odd reason, I got hooked up with this person, and she's an actual actress who helps to do something or other. What do you do, Kay?
Oh, don't try it.
Where can we expect to see you ladies performing in 1986?
Well, we're negotiating a lot of things. And I guess we shouldn't talk about too much of it.
Up and down the East Coast, we're
Okay.
running and looking and
Okay.
getting.
We want to thank you for taking this time with us. Thunder Thighs Review, one of the talents to look forward to in 1986.
Hi, Mom.
Excellent. And now we go to... And now we go to Harold Anthony, who has some more promising talent to look forward to in 1986.
Seems as though I have to use all my powers of concentration here today. We came right from Chuck Jeffries into me, and now we're coming from a Thunder Thighs Review into me. I have an artist here who's employed a brand new technique. It's called airbrushing. The name is a little deceptive because he doesn't really use a brush. He employs the use of a compressor and a little device, which is an airbrush, which you can see right here. This is some of the work that he's done. His name is Rick Ratcliffe, and you've probably seen his work on various buildings around town, vans, and other such things such as that. Rick is also a furniture designer, and this is one of the bedroom sets he's designed. It is fabulous. It only takes him a few minutes, incidentally, to do each one of these pictures, and each one is an original. He never duplicates his work. This is some of the fashion designing he does. Rick, why don't you tell me what some of the inspiration was for some of these pictures as I go through them? How about this?
You asked me to draw you a picture.
Okay, that's inspiration enough.
So I had to draw something you wanted different.
Vikings. This is very popular among the automobile art and things that you do. Okay. And this is something more or less for folks to hang up in their living room at home.
Birthday cards or on-occasion cards.
We timed this picture. It took him exactly 3 minutes and 10 seconds to do this picture. This is fantastic. This is something very special to me. He does caricatures. Okay, and last but not least, he did a portrait of me. I said, here I am, make me look good, and this is what he did. Well, Rick, we'd like you to share some of your talent with us, live right now. Paint us something. Let's say anything, whatever you want to do. Do something from the studio. Here, let me move. No, I'll move it for you here.
I'm going to try to paint.
Okay, paint anything.
Okay, can I move these?
Yeah, I'll move
please. I don't want to get any paint on it. Let's see. We'll go with a little bit of advertisement for these ladies over here, right?
Okay. You also do fingernail painting, if I'm not mistaken, right?
The new male nails.
New male nails. Okay, it's something brand new.
Something.
Okay, why don't we get started on a portrait here?
Okay. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Thunder Thighs advertisement.
We'll do it. We're doing an advertisement for Thunder Thighs.
Advertisement for Thunder Thighs. Okay. Something.
They'll like that.
Thighs big enough?
How long does it usually take you to paint one of these pictures, Rick?
A couple of minutes. If everything is right, 3 to 4 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes.
As far as your training, who taught you how to do this?
This is, I think this is a God-given talent because I never studied art. It's just something I want to do. Plus, when you have to clean your writing off the bathroom walls and you're in school, you want to make money at it. You don't want to have to clean it free. Mm-hmm. So I just kept painting and painting and painting. I'm doing this for these ladies that were just on because I thought that was real cute, that Thunder Thigh. So some advertisement. Are the thighs big enough? Or should they be bigger?
Yeah, I'm seeing things starting to take shape here a little bit.
I don't want them to be too small because then it would be the wrong advertisement.
You do things as far as small as business cards and everything else, don't you?
Yes, we do. Well, any kind of advertisement. I have a lot of this.
Oh, yeah.
We'll change colors here.
How does that airbrush work?
Well, it has a very thin needle in it. It goes on air. Mostly, the compressor, you usually want 40 pounds once you learn to paint with it. Mm-hmm. You want 40 pounds of air, something that you can...
We're down to about a minute, so why don't you put the finishing touches on it and see what we come up with. I think half of the beauty is not the finished product, is the watching you create this thing. Not many people have had an opportunity to watch an airbrush artist work, and if everybody's like I am, they're looking in total awe right now.
Yeah.
You say you had no formal training for this whatsoever?
No, the airbrush I picked up by accident, right? I was at an art store one day, and I saw this guy. He didn't really know how to operate it himself, and he asked me. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was magic marker with a chrome
Well, why
cap.
don't we see what you have so far here, and the artist can see what's taking shape, and maybe we can get a chance to see the finished product a little later in the show.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Ratcliffe.
the City Line Showcase of 1985, and we have a very special treat for you this time. With us at this time is Mr. Derek Brooks, who, if you don't know, is the composer and the performer of the City Line theme. And Derek, I want to welcome you. We finally got you here after 2 long years.
Thank you. Prodigal son has returned.
You managed to get together the old group that originally did the theme with you. Can you introduce us around to the guys?
Sure. We'll start over on drums. We have Nathan Reynolds on drums, Paul Soroka on lyricon, David Carrera from Brooklyn, true Yankee fan, on guitar, Lamont T. Battle on bass, Jeff Wilson on string synthesizer, and my main man, Victor Williams, on percussion.
Fantastic, and we're indebted to all of you. Thank you for that. How did you happen to go about writing City Line's theme?
I watched the show, tried to come up with something that was depictive, something classic. I was impressed with the production, and it was really easy. It's quite easy, actually.
What are you into these days? We haven't heard from you in a while.
You'll hear from me quite soon. Things look very good in the future for Derek Brooks and his band. We're looking forward to a major contract, and I'll say by the spring, you'll have some wax for us.
Fantastic.
Now, obviously, you wrote City Line's theme song for City Line, but do you know that there are an awful lot of people out there that go into the record shops looking for this song? That's how much they love it. So will it ever be available, you think?
That's up to you.
For general consumption?
No, I don't think so. I think it's something special. It was, it was a project that was written specifically for this show, and I'd like to keep it that way. But, some other things will be coming out shortly, and save your money for that.
Great, with your signature on it.
Right, definitely.
Okay.
Your group goes into what kind of music? Anything in particular?
We are more of an Earth, Wind, and Fire type. That's the concept we're shooting for. It's something that's commercial but has jazz overtones.
Okay.
That way it's still fun to play.
Well, right now we're going to take advantage of having you here, and I believe for the first time we will have performed the City Line theme in its entirety.
All right.
Indeed. Derek Brooks and the guys.
All right.
We've had a ball. We've had some great entertainment here today.
This has been one of our best showcase.
No question.
Talent showcase.
Including you, young lady.
Yes, Lamundi Jacoby, right. T, what about your New Year's resolution?
Well, Jackie, I really haven't given it much thought.
Try.
Well, I think that after watching the Thunder Thighs review, I'm pledging their sorority. No, I guess my resolution would probably be to go in the opposite direction and shed a few pounds. And that's one heck of a challenge for me, but I will be working on it.
What about you, Harold?
Well, I have a nasty little off-camera habit. It's called smoking cigarettes. And I'm going to have the same New Year's resolution that I had last year. That year before, I'm going to try to stop smoking. This time,
You
hopefully
too,
with
huh?
some success.
I'll take you on. I'll challenge you, Harold. I'll challenge you.
The City
No
Line
pressure.
Challenge, right?
That's right. Give them up. Give
And
'em up.
that's going to be your resolution?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. It's been a habit I've been trying to get rid of for years, and I'm going to work real hard at it this time.
Fantastic.
What about you? You're not going to be left
I was
out.
hoping you'd ask. I think one of the things I'd like to do is to, there are two things, make some money and save some money. I haven't been able to do that for a number of years, yes.
Oh, we won't talk about that. We won't talk. Listen, we want to thank, again, the wonderful people who shared this New Year's with us. We're just a couple days away, and we want to thank once again all of our acts who are out here today.
Can you
including-
name them all?
Can I name them all? Let's see. We had Rick Ratcliffe, who was an artist. We had this young lady here,
Lamundi Jacoby, who's appearing at Toby's.
We had a guitarist by the name of Eddie Felder. We had the
Sides,
Sides. We
right,
started off
opened
the
the
show with
show.
Sides.
And Derek Brooks and the band.
Derek Brooks and the band.
Thunderous
Yes,
Thunder
they're
Thighs.
still reverberating. And speaking of Thunder Thighs.
No, yeah.
And Rick Ratcliffe.
And
This
Rick
is the finished product.
That's the finished product.
That was a finished product.
Excellent.
Fabulous.
And if the folks at home would like to get in touch with Rick, he's located at 4701 Garrison Boulevard, right at the corner of Doe Field, and his number is 664-6528.
That sounds like a very good commercial. Now, from all of us at City Line to all of you at home, have a happy New Year.